Hello everyone and warm welcome to the first session of Engineering Electromagnetics. As the fundamental knowledge of vector calculus is necessary for proper understanding of the complete electromagnetic field theory, we will have its brief introduction in this video. As you can see, this title is having two terms. The first one is vector and the second one is calculus. So now very first of all, we will understand what is a vector. Then we will see what is mean by calculus, and finally the importance of vector calculus in the study of engineering electromagnetics. We will also see how to represent a vector and its notation. So let us begin with the topic. The definition of a vector is really very simple. We can define a vector as any quantity that has magnitude as well as direction. On the other hand, if any quantity is completely described by its magnitude only, then it is called as a scalar. There are lot of quantities we deal in our daily life. For example, we have time, force, mass, velocity, acceleration, voltage, etc. Among these quantities, mass, time and voltage can be completely described by their magnitude only. Hence, these are scalar quantities, whereas force, velocity and acceleration are described by their magnitude along with a direction. Hence, these are categorized as vector quantities. Now, after knowing what is a vector, we shall move to the second question, that is, what is mean by calculus? Calculus is the branch of mathematics associated with the study of continuous changes in the quantities. Therefore, vector calculus is nothing but the study of continuous changes in vector quantities. Now, let us see why vector calculus is important in the study of electromagnetic fields. The term electromagnetic field can also be abbreviated as capital EMF, that you can see in the title. Here we see the example of light energy emitted by the sun that reaches our earth. Because of this sunlight, there is a life on our earth. So this light energy is in the waveform, and the light wave is the best example of electromagnetic field. As we treat this to be a quantity, along with the magnitude it has a direction. You can also see the continuous changes in the wave as it travels from the sun to our earth. Therefore, analysis of this physical process requires the mathematical tool of vector calculus. Additionally, I can provide you one more example. Now, in this example, we have our cell phone or mobile device that is receiving a signal from its tower. The signal is also electromagnetic wave. So I hope that the importance of vector calculus for the study of EMF or the analysis of electromagnetic field is clear to you people. Now we shall see how to represent a vector. A vector can be drawn on a plain paper like an arrow. Magnitude of this particular vector is proportional to the length of the arrow here. Now we have representation of two different vector quantities on this slide. These are having different magnitudes and different directions. Now let us see what is the vector notation. Usually we will be representing a vector quantity by a capital letter with the overhead line. For example, any of these vector we can be denoting as capital A with overhead line here. As discussed earlier, we describe a vector quantity by its magnitude and the direction. Therefore, we express capital A bar is equal to mod of capital A bar followed by small a cap. In the subscript, we have capital A. So on the right hand side, you see modulus of A bar to be the magnitude of vector A, and small a cap is the representation of unit vector. Now you will say, what is mean by unit vector? It is a vector but with unity magnitude. It means magnitude of such a vector is equal to 1. The unit vector is usually represented by lowercase alphabet small a, as you have seen, and that is having a cap overhead, and the uppercase alphabet representing the corresponding vector to its subscript here. Now the determination of a unit vector for the given vector can be done by dividing the given vector by corresponding magnitude. Here we have represented the unit vector small a cap. In the subscript we have capital A, the parent vector here. So it is given by a bar divided by modulus of a bar, that is magnitude here. So this way we will conclude our this particular video. By the next lecture we shall see the details of the fundamental operations that we can perform on vectors. Thank you.